What's going on, everyone? My name is Echo Codex and welcome back to the channel. Now, this has got to be one of the most insane screenshots I've ever been able to take in my life. This comes from the Banquet crystals, the Banquet Valiant crystals, the Gala crystals, whatever they were called. These are just the 4 free ones that we got from the login calendar. I just popped them thinking, maybe we get some 6-stars, some extra 7-star shards, something like that. But we got a 7-star Scorpion before any of the Banquet event went live, before the Jubilant crystals were in the game, before the box was even available. We had a 7-star Scorpion. And based on that, we sat there and I took him straight up to rank 4. I awakened him, but probably not the smartest thing in the world to awaken him that early because we would be getting a gem and the box was coming out, but you know what? I was just so excited to have Scorpion, and I don't regret it one bit. He's been such a powerhouse in Battlegrounds, keeping me topped up at 100% health. And I kind of just wanted to give you a little bit of a showcase as what a rank 4 Scorpion could do and some of the rotations that are possible with him, because I think a lot of people know the basic ideas about Scorpion, but they don't really fully understand some of the nuances and some of the little tricky things that he can do. So with Scorpion, you obviously have the choice of 3 separate debuffs to start the fight with. You can either do a poison debuff, a shock debuff, or a rupture debuff. And the other 2 debuffs that you don't use, you gain immunities to. This gives Scorpion a lot of versatility because you can basically pick and choose what immunities you want and what debuff you want to put on based on the fight that exists in front of you. On top of that, he also has a very strong Petrify off his SP2, which reverses a bunch of the healing, and also with the Awakened ability, that denied healing goes back to you, which makes him really good in PvP content when everybody's running willpower. That basically makes sure that you're at 100% health the whole time, or in any situation where there's a lot of regen. And we're going to be showing that off a little bit later in the video with some high regen opponents and with some really strong meta Mystic defenders. Now, what you're seeing me do here is essentially going for SP2 rotations. And what you want to do is, before you throw off that SP2, you want to hold and charge your heavy attack. That's going to put some torment debuffs on the opponent, which make all the other debuffs last a bit longer. And it's also going to increase the potency of the burst that you're doing off the SP2. Now on the SP1, this is going to be a little bit more for your shorter fights. You're going to want to go for an SP1 rotation a lot of the time, especially when there's no PvP involved. And in that SP1, you're going to be putting on a lot of debuffs. You're also going to be putting on a taunt debuff, making sure that the opponent really throws off their special attack a lot faster there. Now, if they don't, for whatever reason, because with Kabam, Infuri, Taunt, they seem to be more suggestions than real debuffs. But if they don't get that turned off, then, or they don't throw off their special in time, then a suppression debuff goes into place, which reduces their combat power rate. So a little bit of an extra consolation prize there for Scorpion. Now here, we're going to be doing a full Realm of Legends run with Scorpion fully synergized up with, Agent Venom, Mr. Fantastic, and Kraven. And that's really the big trio. That's what you're seeing get the Furies there, and the extra power stings coming from the Mr. Fantastic and the trio of Agent Venom and Kraven. And that just boosts Scorpion's damage so much. Scorpion is not the highest damage output champion in the game. However, he is extremely high in the utility department, and he has pretty good damage to go along with it, which I think boosts him up to be one of the best champions in the game. Specifically in the Science class, I rank him within top 5 champions. I know maybe that's not a super hot opinion, but I think Scorpion's versatility definitely earned him a spot there, and that was, a 30-second Winter Soldier fight that you're seeing. We're going to be doing a full run through here of Realm of Legends, just kind of showing off some of those extreme bursts that you can get with this fully synergized team and the amount of power sting damage that you can do. And that's the other thing, is Scorpion's damage is dealt mainly via power stings. So he's going to get around a lot of nodes, a lot of immunities with that ability, which makes him a very strong champion to deal damage. So enjoy the rest of the Realm of Legends run.
your halo. Dancing in your head.
Now, Scorpion is really good at reversing regen and taking on some meta Mystic Defenders like Absorbing Man here. Now, this is a path in Act 9 where basically every time you dash back twice, that the opponent is going to gain a ton of regeneration. So I kind of want to show off how Scorpion is going to be topped up the entire fight here. We're going to be taking full hits to the face, full SP3s, and Scorpion is just going to regen that all back because any of the denied healing to Absorbing Man, who already heals a lot, is going to be given straight back into Scorpion. The other really important thing to note here is Absorbing Man also goes unblockable a lot of the time, but with Scorpion, if he has Awakened, and he throws off his SB1 and gets the taunt on, he can block unblockable special attacks from everybody except skill attackers, which gives him a lot of tankiness and enables you to tank a bunch of those annoying specials that would be unblockable. So here, again, we're just taking hits to the face, but as you can see, we're just getting fully topped up back to 100% with that Petrify. It's really putting in a lot of work, and Absorbing Man is just melting there. He's not regenning. We are, especially with Banquet event coming out and a lot of new 7-star Absorbing Mans entering the field in Battlegrounds and Alliance War, Scorpion is going to be a great option to take those kind of matches, because not only can you tailor your damage to avoid really Absorbing Man's resistances. You see here I'm using the poison debuff, that's doing direct damage. We're not impacted by his physical resistance in the Uru form, and we are not impacted by the energy resistance in the Magma form. So it's really giving us the ability to do a lot of damage to him while mitigating the healing and just keeping ourselves topped up the entire time. You can see we've taken a lot of hits to the face there, but we're still at a full yellow bar. Any kind of damage that we're taking is being instantly regenerated. And Scorpion is just destroying this Absorbing Man here. I think we're going to be going for the finish here with an SP1. And one more special attack to do it, maybe just a little bit more. And yeah, that is Absorbing Man down. So a pretty quick fight from Scorpion there. Just under about a minute there. So, under 2 minutes there. And next up we have Mangog. Now Mangog is not exactly the best fights for Scorpion because he has nothing to really counter that unblockable ability. Unstoppable ability. There's no slow or anything like that, which makes him a little bit difficult against unstoppable opponents. But what I wanted to show here was, A, Scorpion is serviceable in these kinds of fights, and B, that if Mangog does eventually go unblockable with that SP2 or something, that with the taunt from the SP1, we can just block it, and we're going to be taking a bunch of hits to the face of being just like wrecked, right? So Scorpion is going to be serviceable for this. He's also going to actually be really good. I don't think we have a fight on this, but he's going to be actually really good for Nico Minoru. Is a fight that I've seen Scorpion take recently, and I've been having a lot of success with that. Is he just ignores Nico's pretty much all of her abilities because he's poison immune, because he can reverse that healing that she's getting from a lot of the adrenaline effects. He just works really good as a Nico counter. Okay, next up we have an Enchantress here, and this is coming from the Big Things War, so we will be getting an increased amount of damage output from, completing the mission and such, but I think Scorpion's actually a really, really good Enchantress counter, especially in Battlegrounds and Alliance War where you can keep yourself topped up. That means you can just block all those SP1s. You're not going to be taking as much block damage from, baiting out those heavy attacks, which for some reason she just never wants to throw when you need her to, and she will always throw them when you don't want her to throw them. But the regen ability on Scorpion here gives him the ability to stay topped up and really take on big enchantresses with a little amount of damage taken. He has got a huge safety net against her, and the power stings damage, the torments will consistently be putting in work for you. You see I'm just blocking the heavy attack here, and now we're going to be going in, eventually just charging the heavy attack. And if you can charge the heavy attack into the SP2, you're going to be doing a lot more damage. But as you can see here, it's not strictly necessary. That's more like a very high skill ask that I think, you see I just failed it here, but it definitely increases your damage output, and the best Scorpion players are going to be charging their heavy attacks into specials, but it's not super necessary. And I just keep missing against just Enchantress. But you can see from my health bar, I'm staying pretty topped up. We're healing for about 53 per tick there. Once we put that Petrify on, we're hitting 82 per tick. We're just going to be going straight back up to a full health bar here. Now I just wanted to show two more quick fights showcasing the regen reversal here of Scorpion against a Man-Thing and then a Sasquatch. This is the same kind of regen abilities that we had with the Absorbing Man earlier. And what you're going to be seeing here is that Scorpion is just going to be healing the entire time. Because they're getting regeneration basically every time that we hit them, Scorpion can just reverse that, stay fully stocked up. We're going to be taking huge hits to the face, SP3s to the face, and we're going to be coming out just fine. So enjoy these next two fights, because I certainly will. And finally here we have a fight against probably the toughest Mystic defender in the game right now, Kindred. Now, Scorpion isn't the greatest against Kindred, but he is a very, very solid counter, especially due to that Petrify. He can keep himself topped up, putting the Ruptures on Kindred. We are going to be helped a little bit in this fight by Kindred's constant regen from the nodes. That's going to be helping us stay topped up, but, you know, in a Battlegrounds fight or something like that, we would be having the willpower mastery on for most players, so we're kind of mimicking that effect there. Now, Scorpion doesn't necessarily have anything that really counters the fight specifically. It's just the fact that the Petrify is constantly going to be up and active, and Kindred throwing his special attacks is what does damage to him via the power stings. So keep pushing him to SP1, keep punishing the SP1 if you can, keep Kindred's stacks down, and then you can back off when he gets, you know, that Dread Aura up on you, and you can still be healing. The Ruptures will be ticking. He will, you see there, the regen is getting reversed quite heavily on Kindred. The biggest thing about Kindred is the skill ask at the very end, that last 5% when he roots you. You just need to make sure that you have a special attack ready for that. You see here, we're just tanking that Dread Aura, but we're still, you know, we're not really losing health, we're not really gaining health, we're kind of just staying consistent with where we are when that Petrify is up, and we're going to be going for an SP2 here quite shortly, and right now we're at about 40% health. We're going to be rocketing all the way back up. Let's see where we end up at. We're at, you know, 55% now. We're still healing from that Petrify and that regen denial. And right there, you see we are staying pretty consistent. We had the special attack ready for his root, and that takes care of Kindred quite quickly. That fight was just about, let's see how long it was, just about 1:40. So for a pretty big Kindred, that's going to be a strong finish by Scorpion. So all in all, I'm really happy with my rank 4 Scorpion. He's putting in so much work, taking up so many matches. I love the versatility and the safety that you have when playing Scorpion. No regrets whatsoever about the rank 4 or the Awakening Gem. I hope this video was informative to you. I hope you all rank 4 your Scorpions. There's going to be more rank 4 showcases to come. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.